video games are video games.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
But sometimes they're movies.
That is blasphemous! That is blasphemous!
For example, within the past year, we've gotten the announcement of the Mario movie. Look at the voice actors playing Mario and tell me he doesn't fit the fat Italian plumber role perfectly. Very rarely in today's day and age does something become popular and remain contained to one video game, movie, or just product in general. When something is popular, the natural idea of the producer is to make more of it. There are countless examples of this, ranging from new rebooted movies, such as the new Halloween, to video games such as the Call of Duty series. Products like this expect to sell simply because they have the same name as things people recognize. I mean, say you're contemplating between New Super Mario Bros. U and something like Ori Will of the Wisps. The natural, old, uneducated person would pick Mario because of a brand they trust. Whereas in reality, the game of much higher quality is actually the new and relatively unexposed brand in Ori. And that's the backlash of this situation. It becomes 10 times harder for new brands to get their products off the ground. Unless you're making an FPS battle royale, then all you need to do is work, and you'll gain instant popularity. One of the most obvious cash grabs of them all is when a brand takes on a new form simply for marketing purposes, and because it'll sell a few more products. I mean, we've all seen Avengers little pencils and erasers at the book fair. How lame would it be if they were literally just all stacks of block erasers and normal pencils? It's all about brand recognition with this stuff, so why wouldn't that apply to movies? The first ever blockbuster video game movie was, wouldn't you know it, Super Mario Bros. Everybody's favorite movie. Released in 1993, the movie did its best to transfer the digital, at that point 16-bit world of Mario into a live-action feature film. Can you see where they went wrong with this? The movie starred Bob Hoskins as Mario and focused around him and Luigi saving Princess Daisy? This is a movie, not a video game. They know how to write creative scripts. Overall, this movie's fine. It was written and directed to be more of a comedic take on the Mario series, rather than an actual serious adventure. Thank Christ. It has some fun moments, such as human beings trying to imitate Mario and Luigi on a movie set. But it isn't really that good of a movie. I mean, with the shallow story Mario games already suffer from, how do you make a feature-length film that doesn't get a bit dragged out or uninteresting after a while? Sure, this movie was a fine attempt for what it was trying to do, but it's not a movie a lot of future generations are going to remember as fondly as the video games. And that's actually the problem with this movie. The only thing keeping it from complete obscurity is the Mario brand, because there are far more unknown movies that are far better than this that don't have the same cult following. And that's simply because they don't have the brand that Mario does. The next few years followed this trend of video game movies with releases such as Street Fighters, obviously based off the Street Fighter series, and Double Dragon in 1994. Both these games are goofy fighters based off of popular 2D fighting games at the time, and while they both have entertainment value because of how goofy and weird the martial arts can be at times, neither of them follow a plot at all interesting. So once you're past the, ooh wow, he punches funny, the movie loses its luster. And as movies, these are around 90 minutes a pop. The rest of the 90s featured releases such as Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die.
Must I say any more? Wing Commander released in 1999 and starred Matthew Lillard, and as most of these movies do, it has horrible dialogue, rough CGI, and basically no plot outside of being goofy and based off of a video game. Tomb Raider and Resident Evil also got movies as well in the early 2000s, and while by no means are these masterpieces, these are probably the two best video game movies to this day. Tomb Raider was not liked by critics, but that can be expected from anything brand or horror related. It was able to bring in a good amount of actual fans due to the fact that it wasn't just a goofy movie labeled after a video game, but that was an actual adaptation of the game. And it was goofy. It was something special to see. And following it in 2002, Resident Evil was released. The movie, like I said previously, was not good. Neither was Tomb Raider or any of the other ones. Like Resident Evil, it's about a zombie apocalypse, but the reason it gets its praise is its non-stop intense action. There are people in this world that could watch the entirety of World War II and be mesmerized every time a gun is shot. Action movies have an audience. And because of this and the name brand, the movie was able to succeed well enough to continue to spawn sequels and more video games. This trend continues even today of video game movies, with the likes of the new Sonic movie and the new Mario movie. The Sonic movie features Sonic as a CGI character in a live-action environment. I guess they pulled it off. What separates it from these older movies is that it has a plot that can be followed, which is always important when you're making a movie. It had so much success among older fans and young kids getting into the series that a sequel was even spawned, which leads to what will be the newest video game movie, the animated Mario movie. I have my concerns for the film and what they'll do to draw it to 90 minutes. I mean, it's Mario. What type of plot are we drawing up here? But with the cast they brought in,
who will be played by Chris Pratt.
What?
He's Soap will be played by Charlie Day. Will be played by the one and only Duke. Will be playing Toad. I'm looking at Mario movie. Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by Seth.
this movie has potential to be okay. Because that's all video game movies can be at the end of the day. Okay movies with a brand that makes people think that they're great. This is actually the best cereal ever invented.